Hey folks, I'm CPC Gamer, and welcome to the stream. Do you remember when day is bad? Yeah, anyway, hi, how's it going? It didn't show up because Empirical Woodland subbed and like that was his message, do you remember? And I appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much, Empirical Woodland. He's a pretty cool guy, which allows me to transition pretty nicely into the first part of today's stream, which I will not harp on about too much. Here we go. It's September, and that's going on. And we are currently on 4 for the month. So we're very close to getting some animated emotes. And I'm going to go throw money at goldfish teeth, and they appreciate me doing that. Anyway, there it is. That's the checklist. Have fun. I didn't get the sub yet, because I've been doing night shifts, and oh gosh, they have gone on a lot, and I've just mostly been asleep today. I was almost gonna pass. Actually, hang on. Back to me. I was always gonna pass on this one, but like, I really enjoy streaming, and it makes me happy to do this. So hey, I thought, let's do that. Let's try this new game that's come recommended a lot. And that game is Signalis. Look, there it is. I'm going to push the button and start it now. When we get some volume going on in this game, please let me know how it sounds. I might need to tinker with it. You know how it do be with new games. Also, the controller that is in my hand, game? What are you doing? Also, ooh, Rose Engine. I made this. Also, when I put this one into OBS, it went, hey, so like, this is a mature rated game. You might want to watch yourself on that. Which it has never done before. So, I guess, be aware. I don't know what's going on with that. Is it gonna talk about or show things, or we do not want tank controls, thank you very much. Let's go for instant. Yes! Love a bit of that. Display. Brightness. How are we looking? Let's keep that where it is. Oh, look at that. Now you can see the video, James. And so there is a reason that games use film grain as a graphical option, and it's Silent Hill 2, where it belonged, and I'll tell you why when we get there. There's a very good reason for that. That's gonna be fine. Why are you in audio? You don't belong there. And yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, cool. Let's apply those settings. You can hear vibrations. That is how audio works. You make a good point, Empirical Woodland. Golly, that's why you're a mod. Right, couple things I need to do. I need to just mute for just 1 second. Bear with me a moment. Alright, we're back. Man, I was wearing the thickest t-shirt when I sit down to stream today, and it's like, I'm in my little box next to all of these windows, and it's really hot outside. That was a stupid idea. Right, we are back. What am I going to do? I think we're going to do something incredibly fitting, before we begin, we're going to do show and tell, because Click over here redeemed show and tell before we began. So let's do that, and then we'll see what this game is about. Are you ready? Here we go. So today's show and tell is something I've actually touched on briefly in a previous stream, and it is this. This is part of the results of my day out with Tiny Child over the weekend. So what happened was, I took her to a little Pokemon meetup, little fan fest sort of thing, and I entered a raffle. Why not? It's £1. And I won a £50 voucher to the local collectible hobby shop. So I go with Tiny Child. And I get some collectible coins for my mum. That's going to be her Christmas present. Don't tell her. I hope she's not watching this. She doesn't watch these. I think she subscribes because she's got a Prime subscription, but like I keep having to prod her to do that. Anyway, that's what I got for her. And Tiny Child went through all of these long boxes and all of these folders of just individual Pokemon cards. And she was like, how much is this card? That card is £1. Do you have more than that? Yes, I do. I will put that on the pile. And she did. And that's what she ultimately went home with, 51 cards. She did, and she is on top of the world, because that is 51 cards. That's all of them. And she's loving it. Also, the receipt there, that is for ice cream. We bought ice cream as well. And it's a little expensive because it's from like a local ice cream farm. So it was just made like over there. And oh, I had way too much of it. But I actually didn't. I just had loads of it. It was really, really good. Rum raisin, by the way, that is the best. Just slurp that directly into the microphone. What a pro. Also, yeah, she's vaguely aware of how money works. Obviously, she doesn't, you know, fully understand, like, exchange rates and value and the interest and that sort of thing. I don't, let's be honest. But she is aware that stuff costs money, and you can't just have stuff, you know? Which is something that we've wanted to get ingrained in her from a very young age, because you see a lot of people who just like, sure, just break it, we'll buy another one. Sure, let's just go on holiday. She knows that, well, if you break it, that it might take a while to get that back. We can't go on holiday, you know, right now, necessarily, because we've got to... Yeah, exactly, Reese. She knows that you have to have the same or more money than the ticket price if you want to buy it. And that's what we're trying to do with this kit. And I think that's great. And it's genuinely a little bizarre to me seeing this from... just seeing this 2-year-old who's like, yes, I've had a cookie, but can I have upwards of a cookie? Because, you know, cookies are great. But yeah, that's what Tiny Child got, and she's loving it. Thank you very much, Click, for redeeming show and tell. And thank you very much, everyone else, for watching along. Hi, hope you had fun. Now I'm going to go back over to this scene. There you go. And I'm going to click done, and we're going to start this game. Yeah. Oh dang, is this game Silent Hill inspired? I didn't know. Actually, yeah, this is why... This is one of the reasons why I've come to this game. Oh, Wales, hello! Come on in. Thank you for the glitter. One of the reasons I come to this game is... You know how I always go, hey, this is kind of like Silent Hill. Apparently Signalis is very much like Silent Hill, specifically Silent Hill 2, but I'm not the one saying that. Empirical Woodland said that, and like, when somebody else goes, hey, this thing's like Silent Hill 2, I'm interested. Like, okay, let's see what you've got going on for you, game. Testing thing. Tried R3. Didn't work. You're not feeling well today and moving slowly. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. And I hope that whatever that is picks up and you are able to feel better soon. Let's begin. Are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. Oh man, that's Half-Life. That's the Matrix. That's any number of things. Okay, so this bit is not Silent Hill 2. I don't remember that being robots. Okay, so we can move around. And then interact with things. There you go. Yeah, that's generally how feelings of when you are feeling ill, that's generally how it goes. It will pass in time, but like, yeah, it's still not nice in the current moment. Lots of bed rest. Lots of drinking. What? Hydrate. Redeem a hydrate command. Except it's for O whales. Ooh. A faded photograph is stuck to the LDAM controls. Yes. Now the main thing that's got me kind of worried when Empirical Woodland says this is kind of like Silent Hill 2 is literally every choice that this game presents to me, I'm going to go, oh, have I just locked in an ending? Because that's how that game goes. Oh man, it's obtuse. I love it. Can I turn the radio on? No, it's not gonna fly. Maybe we can listen to Air Supply. Hey. Great holes secretly are digged where Earth's pores ought to suffice, and things have learned to walk that ought to crawl. What is that? Because that phrase keeps coming up today, and like, am I in a coma? And that is my cue to come out of it, because that seems like a sleeper cell activation phrase. I'm not gonna lie. Like the fact that that specific chunk would come up multiple times today. I don't know, man. But hey, Ariana Young, come on in, have a seat. Let's play Signalis and see what's going on. Anyway, the ship is broken, but I do see like a very notable green light over here. What do you do? Nothing? Okay. Well, I got a photograph. So, there you go. What is that on my head? And the rest of that. Oops, it's a head crab. Hopefully not. Ooh. LSTR features Repair Logic Module. Serving our great nation as ship technicians aboard the scout vessels of the Penrose program, LSTR-type replicas, like yourself, are equipped with a specialized Repair Logic Module, RLM, allowing them to quickly and easily repair both themselves and important mission equipment. Accessing the RLM functions. Inventory screen from Y, item with that, A to command, that is combine. Okay. That feels like your Metal Gear inventory system, and I'm down for that. Sometimes it could be helpful to take a good look at an object from all sides. Select the Inspect option in the command menu to enter Inspect mode, and then rotate it with that. Nope, don't read that again. Oh, that's not Metal Gear. Ooh, but Right, hang on. We select you. We inspect you. But left and right are inverted. That's a bizarre one. It's very rare that you see invert X. Okay, so we have got a 9 square grid, and it's the little Y shape. There you go. I'm going to write that down. This is how we repair items. Literally, we're just going to tape it all together. Fantastic. Penrose 512, Scout Vehicle Status Monitor. Critical system failure detected. Unknown planetary surface is where we are. We have got a young Gestalt pilot, no signal. LSTR 512 replica unit, active mess hall. Hard landing on surface has damaged critical systems. Surface temperature critically low. Wear protective clothing, AVA. And that's what that said. And this is Elite. Like the original version of Elite. Look at these rotating lines. Oh my god. I say that, actually, this does look kind of like your big chonky CPC keyboard. Oh, it does say inspect. Okay. I didn't think that said inspect the first time I saw it. And yeah, I thought it was like that, just Japanese and symbols. But okay, cool. So here's my question. It said there was a robot of sorts in the mess hall. That did not appear to be a mess hall. So I'm wondering if there's someone else, something else, around and about over here. Microwave cooking adventure is a success. Amazing. Bring in your pasta, have a seat. Let's go. I mean, it was a messy haul. I'm not going to lie. Penrose type vessel field operations manual. Penrose-type vessels of the Usean People's Navy are low-cost space exploration vessels deployed beyond the solar system's edge in the search for planets and moons fit for habitation or rich in natural resources to support the continuous growth of our great nation. All Penrose vessels are piloted by a Gestalt Scout officer, supported by a land survey ship technician replica LSTR. This partner system of Gestalt replica, I see what they did there. Cooperation has proved successfully in countless previous Scout operations. Mutual control and support allow both the Gestalt officer and the technician replica to perform at their optimal capacity. Once the vessel is catapulted towards the edge of the solar system by an orbital mass driver, the pilot may adjust the course from the flight deck, while the replica will take care of the mechanical maintenance of the vessel. Rextrus, this is horror. It's the start of horror, so I can't tell you specifically what or how, but it's horror. Diagnostic systems for the cryogenic capsule. I am deathly afraid of space. Let me tell you, the very idea that it is unfathomably huge and I cannot grok what it is, not keen. Look at that, I solved the puzzle. I would say the depths of the ocean are worst because they are like they are right here. Two pieces of a key snapped in half lie inside the cryogenic pod. Is it going to do the Vine Boom sound effect every single time? Oh, look at that, a map. There we go. Oh, look at that. It was a mess hall. Thank you, Ariana. You were quite right. Mess hall, to me, is like a whole bunch of tables and people sitting around and Spider-Man catching food on a tray. Because we recently, Stonehenge recently watched Spider-Man 3. It just happened to be our movie night for the week. We went, is it really that bad? Can we meme on it super hard? And the answers are yes and yes. And then what is it this week? Shin Godzilla, I think. Shin Godzilla or Shin Kamen Rider, Shin Devilman. It's one of the Shin movies. Bunch of nerds, that's what we are. Anyways, I got the airlock key. I should find where the airlock is by doing that. And that is not here. Oh, I see. Has the ship, or has the map, rather, only mapped out areas that I have gone to? Yes. That is good to know. That could trip me up in the future. Cycle something 57. Woke up from cryo something in an empty mess hall. I was wondering, something Elster is looking out, something flight deck, like some lost in thought. Sometimes I feel something is home. I mean, you're not going to get perfect notes on the floor in something like this right here. But that's fine. Right, where's my... That's my run button. I feel like I'm going to need to know that at some point. Alright, we don't need diagnostics because we've already done that. Which also tells me that whoever was supposed to be in there isn't anymore. So I think it might just be me alone on this ship. Which is fine, I guess. Also, yeah, I suppose you'd sit here and eat your meal. Okay. Alright, airlock key. Where are we gonna use you? I don't know. The airlock, I guess. So probably that one. So we're gonna go over there. It is Silent Hill. Everything's rusty and the doors are locked. Hi. There is an AVA suit in the case. Am I going to need an AVA suit because I'm a robot? I don't know. That I appreciate. The fact that I don't necessarily have to open up my inventory and use a key, I appreciate that. Also, this would imply an all-female crew. Or that suit is specifically mine. Is this gonna get claimed? I feel like this is gonna get claimed. What is this? What is this Muzak? That's the wrong word. I don't know quite what I am, Empirical Woodland. I mean, I personally am a penguin. Clearly, do you see? Here I am. But, like, this character, from the sounds of it, is a robot. and I'm lost. Actually, that's great. Like, hey, what's out here? I don't know. Snow? Don't go too far. You'll get completely lost. Although I say that, I feel like I am completely lost. Or not, or not. Look, a thing. There's like a structure. Anything more you want to add there, game? Okay, there we go. There we go. That I feel is a little confusing. Like on occasion you can use the analog stick to navigate. That one I specifically had to interact with this thing in order to proceed through it. But that, I suppose, is very classic survival horror. You've got to look at the static image of the puzzle item, and then there you go. I feel like this is a bad idea, but let's... Okay, okay, a couple of things come to mind. First of all, Jaded Mew, thank you so much for the subscription. That brings us to 5. We have unlocked animated emotes for the channel. Good job. Second, this reminds me of GoldenEye on N64. But also the bit in Silent Hill 4 where you crawl through the hole and it's an impossible hole and you end up elsewhere. But yeah, there you go. An ancient-looking tome is lying on the table. It feels like it is calling to me. Oh no. Is that... Yeah, that's the standard dial tone thing, isn't it? The number you have called cannot be reached. Please hang up and try again. It's you! That's a German Sprachmachine. And... Oh, what's that? Swedish Rhapsody? The number station? Great. Great. Oh! Oh, that's that thing! Look, right there! The quote! Well, thank you very much for... Genuinely, thank you very much for posting that quote in the chat, because I would not have been able to read that otherwise. And then I would go, golly, what does that mean? Also, the King in Yellow, that is something that local friend and streamer Lord Canty has brought up a couple times. And they have read that book and attempted to understand, and don't. And like, do I have to know and understand that story to go through this? Because I don't know, man. Rextrus, the message is earlier on in chat, but it is not on screen. Great holes secretly are digged where Earth's pores ought to suffice, and things have learned to walk that ought to crawl. There you go. That's what the quote was. And alright, give me the channeling stone. I want to get the UFO ending. I came all the way here to find her. There's no turning back now. Empirical Woodland, you know me so well. The surface access lift. I don't need to go back. I didn't take a lift down here, did I? I mean, I may have done. If I am robot, then that part of the memory may have been deleted. That part of the thing may have been... Where's the thing? There it is. Display. Let's do a bit of that, shall we? I nearly clicked quit. Because, like, oh, quit this menu. Nah, there you go. Look at that! We can see the game now! What did you do? You turned me onto this game by going, hey, it's very much like Silent Hill 2. If you liked that, your wife, you'll like this. Take a look at the manual. Oh, okay. I was expecting, you know, the manual, and it's 60 million pages long. So that's controls. That was definitely you. That's why it's Empirical Woodland Week. Targeting box will play around it. When there is a clear line of sight, the box will shrink as it gets more precise. Cross will appear inside the box when there is no line of sight. When an enemy is critically wounded, they will fall to the ground. Before they can get back up, run to the enemy and finish it off with A to save ammo. Look out! Even finished enemies may recover if else... Garbage. Garbage day. Health. There is no autosave or checkpoint system in Signalis. Hey, Jaded Mew! Thanks! I'm used to having my hand held and brutal checkpointing. No, actually, thank you. I'd just play through and be like, I didn't save. I need to, whatever. Game's fine. And then if I just wake up on the ship again, no. No, thank you. Genuinely, I appreciate finding that out. Need to get a visitor pass from reception first. There's a key card with a note taped to the window of the reception. Due to staff shortage, report new arrivals at classroom 4C Northeast. I didn't realize that waiting to shoot until the square is a small thing. Okay. To be fair, I would also not necessarily get that. I just aim and fire. Look, it's the box art, everyone. It's me. Oh, it's not. The rule of 6. Remember the rule of 6. Never carry more than 6 items on your person. Private property is a privilege. Keep your pockets empty and your bag light. That definitely looks like me on that poster, doesn't it? You see that? That's me. That's not the number 6. I'm being watched. Hey. How's it going? A dead Eula unit. She's in a horrible state. Infected-looking biocomponents are bulging out of her damaged shell. What happened to her that would cause this? This is also something I appreciate, so check this out. That one Even before that thing came up, the big red X, I'm not going through that door. Whereas this door, I can go through that door. And I can find... That's great. That is absolutely great. You just need a picture of me staring back. Service request form F29. Date of filing service request form 821-4. 8421-4 even. Full protector ID of unit filing request EULRS 2309. Status staff department blank. Full protector ID of unit process ARAR S2303 replica. Service object Mondentochter high security wall safe. Numeric keypad. It's in 4B. The wall safe in classroom 4B keeps resetting to the default combination. What's the point of the whole radio code broadcasting system if our safe can only be opened with the code in the manual? Keep records. Protocol everything. Remember, if you didn't write it down, it never happened. Get the right forms in administration and save your files frequently. This is absolutely why we have CPC Gamer save this game. It has come to my attention that at least one worker might be aware of the code broadcasting frequencies for the Protector wall safes. Any workers connected to this leak are to be interrogated until the culprit is found. I'm restricting all radio privileges for workers until further notice. Oh, for sure, we have a save command, Rickstress, because let me tell you what I'm really, really bad at doing. And that is remembering to save. I just don't do it. Big old blind spot in my mind. Why save? The game probably does it for me. No running in the hallways. No running in the hallways. Be mindful of your neighbors. Everyone can hear you run. Kind of interesting that there's the mix of Japanese and German. Worth a shot. That's the code that I have on my luggage. Me translate the Japanese. Most of this is kanji. I can't be reading that. That is terrifying. But I will do my best. I do not like that these cameras are following me around. An Elster unit? You should leave this place. This facility is lost. Turn back before it's too late. I'm looking for this woman. Short black hair. Just turned 7. Have you seen her? I don't know her, but she might be one of the workers. All Gestalt workers were sent to the mine below the facility. If she's still alive, she's probably down there. There's an access elevator to the mine shaft 1 level below, but you'll need an administrator's key to use it. Ah, whatever. If you get it wrong and I go to my doom, that's fine. I don't need to know things or to be safe. I played that one game that was like, welcome to your doom. That game was fun. Briefly. Actually, can I talk to you again? I'll be out of here as soon as this repair patch stops my bleeding. You should get out of here too. I don't know who that woman is, but she's probably dead by now. If you still want to go, Good luck. Okay, I didn't know if it was going to do the bit where, you know, hey, talk to them a second time and collect a thing. An interesting thought that the game is very much, hey, don't make too much noise, but then I'm not making any noise as I move, at least currently. This door is locked. This door is locked. A dead Eula unit. Why was she abandoned here? Because dead! An aperture card microfilm viewer. If I had an aperture card, I could view its content here. Simple first aid kit. I can't use any of these since they're not designed for replicas. Are you telling me that this is not the most important part of this screen, but actually the thing down here? Game, that's wild and crazy. No, I mean like physically, my character is not making noise as she is moving around. Oh, I suppose, yeah, very softly. I see an empty classroom on the other side of the window. The glass seems like it's tinted, or a one-way mirror. Yes! Gimme that gun. Gimme that aperture card. Gimme this book. The Type 75 pistol is a short, recoil-operated, locked-breech semi-automatic pistol, chambered in 10 by 20 millimeters. This reliable, versatile handgun is the standard-issue sidearm for Aeon Protector controller staff. Replica users, remember to first equip the Type 75 pistol in the inventory screen to designate the pistol as your primary weapon for the targeting module. To deploy the weapon, hold this, while in targeting, that and that will fire the weapon, and that will reload. Do not waste ammunition, for it is a resource of the nation. When a target is down, try to finish it off by kicking or hitting it with a baton to preserve ammunition. That's not what I wanted to pick up, but okay. I announce the following by order of Aeon. Due to recent events, in accordance with the new Aeon Public Interest Media Regulation AGM 87, the term blank, which is currently in use in various Aeon facilities, is no longer permissible and must no longer be used. Premises and departments that are currently using the term are to be immediately renamed. Management personnel shall black out the term from all signage and documents until replacement terminology is announced by Aeon. With immediate effect, usage of the term in conversation and correspondence is an offense, obscenity to the state, and to be punished with 2 cycles of double work shift. It may not be easy, but we all have to do our part here. Always remember, our language shapes our world. A perfect world requires perfect language. This is a second such note we found from Adler. I don't like that guy, and I've already decided he has to go. Really? You telling me I can't pick up this cable? Okay. What were you highlighting? You were highlighting that. Okay. Ooh, aperture card. I can go and read that in the library. Let's equip the gun that we found with that button. Oh, that I like. The old... Yeah, I saw you move. What is it? It's not human. So from the look of it, that actually did a great deal of damage because I waited for the trigger thing. Thank you very much, the Jaded Mew. Oh, hello. You don't belong here either, do you? I'm Isa. Isa Ito. You should be careful. This place, there's something wrong with it. I don't know what happened, but it's probably dangerous to go any further. That was my Angela Orozco impression. I hope everyone liked it. That's okay. I understand. I have something I need to do too. Take care. I hope you find who you're looking for. Are we in a stable time loop? Because we didn't mention that we're looking for anybody, but she knows. This wall safe complies with UCN Public Safety Equipment Regulations 41 and 43, and features a high-density craft-style door, secured with a numeric keypad. Proudly produced on Heimat and by VEB Mond and Tochter Tresor. Instructions for use. Enter the code using the keypad. Press the confirm key in the lower right. If correct, a green light will light up. Rotate the dial on the left to open the door. To clear any previously entered digits, press E in the lower left. Enter the factory default code 204512 to open the safe. While the door is open, enter the desired new code to the keypad. Press and hold the confirm key for 10 seconds until the green light lights up. Okay. Do I remember my way there? Yeah, probably. Let's save. By the way, I don't know how aggressive that looks. You do have access to every document you've seen, so you don't have to go back to them. That is always an appreciated feature in games, because the number of times you get to somewhere and the game goes, oh, by the way, you found this code in the Fridge Magnet Collector's album. And you go, I gotta go back and find it because I didn't write it down. But being able to, not do that, that's great. Right, what you? 2, 0, 4, 5, 1, 2, enter. And this gets me... Oh, I can't change the lock to 69420. What a letdown. A classroom key. No, I can't. Shame, that. This I also appreciate. The fact that it rotates on its own. That's grand. There was some Korean on that game. I missed the Korean, which is surprising, because I'm usually the one who goes, oh, check it out, that one's Korean. You can tell, because Hangul has lots of lines and circles. I think it's going to be this one. It's not that one. Wasn't that one 4B? Where 4C? Yeah, it's labeled 4B. You'd think, right? Just finished What Remains of Edith Finch. Short, cool game with easy trophies. PS4 version has no platinum. PS5 version does. How does that work? Click. Because aren't platinum trophies on PlayStation? You got all the other ones? Because I feel like that should be a default setting for PlayStation 3 and 4. Well, I guess that would mean Classroom 4C is going to be down here somewhere. This is impenetrable tape. Can't go that way. Or that way. Somebody pointed this out to me, incidentally, with... I forget which Resident Evil game. I think the first one. Where one of the characters runs with the gun down, but walks with the gun up, and the other character does it the other way. And I never noticed that until somebody, like, directly pointed it out to me. And that's pretty cool. Ahaha. Erica, if you find this note, despite everything that's happened, I've come to look for you. Issa. Well, that's not what I came here for. But we do know a little bit more about Issa. Yes, indeed we do. Right. Am I dumb? No, Classroom 4C. That's just what that says. One would think 4C would be next to 4B. But no. Because there's nothing else in here, is there? Like, we can't dink around with these files or look at whatever's on the whiteboard, the blackboard there, chalkboard, words. Do you know what else would be cool? Would be if I could examine this and we would say, oh, this is the flag of such and such. Clearly, this is an evil place. Because they're the bad guys in interstellar conflicts. What was the reload button? Was it you? I'm not going to fire my gun, because I feel that one. I've just had a horrible thought. Good. I just dropped a clip with 8 bullets in it, and I thought the game was going to penalize me for that and remove 8 bullets from my inventory. This is not such a game. Oh my god, the panic! There's a hole in the ground. It looks like I can drop down safely. Some games have auto-pop and some don't. Well, how do you figure that? Isn't it like... it should be what it is? I'm forgetting which game it was that had realistic reloads, But there was one that I really, really liked until it came to that point. I might be thinking of Condemned, actually, which is a really good game, and it has realistic reloads because it's an almost entirely melee-focused game. Like, sure, you find a gun, but it's got 2 bullets in it. What are you gonna do with that? It's a semi-realistic game. Super Saiyan blast powers aside. Get annoyed using... When I got a cool gun, it was the type where you reload, it throws the gun as a grenade, and wastes the ammo for damage. That sounds like it'd be a really cool idea, in theory. And then you get to the practice, and it really isn't. Is that... Okay. Do it. Do it, coward! Okay. I was genuinely worried that there was going to be, like, a thing in here. I need a protector identification card to unlock this guy. Okay. Right. What words do I know? This one looks like Arbiter Headquarters, so that's like Master Bedroom, or like the Master's Bedroom. Kranken means sick, so that's gonna be like the hospital. Protect the quartier, that's gonna be protect the rooms. This one, well, the Wartong 7, I don't know either of those words. So, hey, all of these, and not getting one, I'll take that. I think that's pretty good. Can I leave? I can leave. I really want to play Condemned. I kind of don't, because that game was miserable. But actually playing it, it does a lot of really good things really, really well. I think probably the final chase sequence is one of the best things. You looked away when there was German to translate. Alright, hang on. Let's go take a look at this German to translate. Here we go. Let's see how I did, shall we? So, let's look at this to-do list. So, this one, I think, is like the bedroom of the guy who runs the place. And then these two are hospital wings, or like sick rooms. Because I remember the word for hospital and it's not that. This is the word that I don't know what it is. And then this one down here, that is like the protector's rooms. Right, so while we're doing this, crank is the word that my German teacher in high school used as like a root word for a whole bunch of other words in German, and she taught me that there's a lot of that in German. The descriptive, like the German word for it, is just what it is. So the hospital is sick house, and nurse is sick sister, and ambulance is sick wagon, because that's what that is. And this is where you get... I don't know how much of it is like the internet being the internet. But this is where you get things like, you know, German words that are just long descriptors of something. Kummerspec is my go-to because that one is absolutely fantastic. Wartungsbahn is like the maintenance level. Okay. That is good to know. What are you? You look like radar. Can I break you? Oh, you're a fan. Worker's uniform. It looks old and worn. Well, clearly it's not worn, because it's on a table. Or a wall. It's on a wall. It's hard to pass what this room is. In facilities like these small caged bunks are all a Gestalt worker can call their own. The protectors have been worried lately. They're hiding something. There's less of them, something ration plan keeps changing. Alina says I'm imagining something. Something at them, I can feel their fear, like it's my own. What are they scared of? Well, you see, the joke there, Mew, is that it is not currently being worn. It's just hanging out. Huh? Eh. I'm surprised there's nothing in the pockets. That seems like a thing where there would be something in the pockets. Empirical Woodland does not like fun. This we have established. Kick them while they're down. I still say rip and tear is punchier. Feeling a little lightheaded today. I hope it's not that new flu that seems to be going around. I can't afford to miss any more shifts. That storch at the factory was chewing me out for what felt like hours for fainting at work the last time I got a cold. I haven't seen Elster in the last few days. I hope she's okay. More and more people go missing in the mine lately, including replicas. Not even the protectors seem safe. Nobody likes ads, let's be fair. Especially in, like, raid fights. Data filing service request form 84216. From this person, it's from a person called Star. Workers' quarters. Subject, Himmel Type D automatic security door. Worker block A6 corridor. The lock on the staff door in A6 is jammed again. Requesting a locksmith. Server status. Electronics reset key is nowhere to be found. I set up a lock-picking kit, but management bumped the elevator engines up in priority. So next shift, we'll have to pick the lock. It's just trial and error at this point. Find me if you need a key to open the service hatch. Or ask management. Whatever. 5. That person is called 5. Oh yeah, see, so from what I could tell, Wartong is like maintenance. So that's gonna be like maintenance thing. I should definitely think around with this. Oh! I think I get it. I don't get it. So, like, this thing would have to be all the way down. But I don't see anything changing on the little screen over there. So this one has to go up a little bit. Oh, I see it. I'm looking at the screen down there. I should be looking at the makeshift key up here. Wow. Okay. So, you go like that, you go like that, you go like that. And then you go like that. You have to go up a little bit, it looks like. And you have to go up a little bit more. Hey! I intuited a puzzle that time. That deserves a tilt of my chair. But I'm not going to, because I'm still in my little sandbox. And that will knock everything over. And I'll fall backwards. Yeah, well, Tim Curry was correct about space being untainted by capitalism at the time. But I don't know, man. This appears to have... Oh, I really... Has that changed? It has. Because this had the solution to the puzzle on the back of it, didn't it? It did. Okay, question of the day. They stack. Amazing. With certain Silent Hill 4 influences, I was worried we were going to get the ridiculous inventory system where a chainsaw requires as much storage space as a single bullet. What a bizarre decision. Wunderwaffen. Super weapons of our nation in the battle of against the Empire. Falke units. Due to recent events, all facility staff members are encouraged to familiarize themselves with the use of electro-impulse devices. We've been supplied with a shipment of EIG-2 disposable stun rods for training purposes. Please refer to the enclosed handbook for more information. Yes! Electro-impulse... pulse... get 8. Pretend I pronounced that right. EIG-2. The EIG-2 stun prod is a single-use, short-range, disposable, non-lethal solution for incapacitating non-cooperative individuals. It can be equipped to the tool slot in the inventory screen. Once equipped, it will be shown on the lower left of the inventory screen. The EIG-2 stun prod can be used with one hand, while on the move, and even while aiming another weapon. Once equipped, to use the stun prod, simply press L while facing a nearby enemy. Warning, high voltage electric discharge may arc to individuals close to the target. Use with care. Do not deploy on elderly, pregnant, or individuals with known heart disease unless absolutely necessary. Dispose of stun prod properly after use. That says to me, if ever you get, like, ganged up on and walled in, hit that, everyone fall down, and you get time enough to run away and sort of regroup a little bit, and there you go. That's what I'm thinking. It has come to my attention that oh, we've done that. That's the same note as before. Alright, this one has been properly set. We need to find a code for that one, and pay attention. So, aim. The stun rod does not appear to be shown on my screen, so that's going to be something to be aware of. Am I going to forget that I have that? Probably. Knock, and they will knock back. Alright, let's talk about a different video game then. That's the bit from The Suffering where you find that one mainliner hiding in a toilet. And it has no reason to be there. It just is. And if you are able to get there without alerting it, it just stands there on the floor, completely unmoving until it spots you, and then it sort of goes like ping and springs to life to come to attack you. It's crazy. That game's great. I don't know what I expected, let's be honest. I thought, you know, maybe it's gonna be like a Silent Hill thing, where you go, hello, creepy character, and then they just keep doing the creepy thing, and it's a cutscene. And I didn't fancy just walking into a room and opening fire. But if you're gonna do that, now I am. Yo. That's run button. Get him! Whatever it is, it doesn't seem edible. Gonna lurk while I do some stuff. Okay, well... I guess Rixtras is here and can also do the German words. If I need him, I will... Destroy? Why would that be an option? I mean, I'll tell you why that would be an option. Because you would... If you need an item, and you need to drop an item real quick, well, that's what you do. You destroy. That's real interesting. When that thing went down, it had like a glitchy look to it. Like you saw from... What's it? Axiom Verge? And other things. Let's be honest, it's not strictly related to that game, but that's what that reminds me of just immediately. Data filing, Department, kitchen staff, worker quarters. Object spatial navigation module. My mapping module is still defective and won't show any map data. I keep getting lost on my way to work and back. I had to sleep in a hallway last cycle because I couldn't find the staff elevator to get to my dorm. Please, I can't find my way around this place without a map. I think that was March. March. That sounds about right. Alright, so these guys aren't doing anything. At least that I'm able to define. Hey. Hey now. Rickstress. You are welcome here. With the penguins. Everyone, asterisk, is welcome in Clan Butt Slaps. As long as you're nice. We don't appreciate dicks. Oh, Empirical Woodland, too soon. Too soon. If we're doing that, though, I guess the years finally did stop coming. Anyway, let's go back and get that key. For a moment there, I thought that was what Ristress's command was, just to sing All-Star. Yes, Empirical Woodland, me and you, we've got the brain cell today. Getting that set up right now. Friend of mine hosts a local radio show, and they had this thing. They had the gimmick was, I can't believe it's not Christmas. And what they did was they played various music. Oh, I hate this. Excuse me. Excuse me. This is important. That was important. That's... Oh. Oh, I don't like that. Why does it take multiple rounds to take down... Not multiple, variable rounds to take down enemies like that? Oh, that's not nice. Give me them bullets. And whatever that is. Wow, it's like the game knew. Also, yeah, someone pointed out, that does say coagulant. Which is something that, I guess, would make the blood clot. That's what coagulation is, isn't it? I used to have a program that was called Coagula, and it translated images to sound. It was wild. Like, you could put a JPEG in there, and that's what it would be. Or you could write using a pen if you had one. And that's still not the run button. And, yeah, it was a pretty nifty program. This is not a good thing. So this appears to be a toilet room, but, like, communal? Why is everything open? Probably because it's the worker bathroom. And you're not... Keep your opinions to yourself, workers. We don't want to deal with you. Click, my store has had Christmas stock in since about the end of last month. And... I'm with you. That is far too soon for that mess. Get one. Don't go through the door. That thing's gonna get back up now. And... Nope, it just died. Amazing. Oh, hey, look at that. We've looped back. We've created a loop. Everyone, good times. what do I have in my inventory? Oh ho ho ho! I know what that is for. I think. I mean, I know what part of it is for. It feels like I'm going to use that to, at least in part, open up the butterfly box in that room up there. But... oh, no, there you go. I was going to say, but how? Well, there's 2 doors over here that I didn't check out. Maybe part of it is in there. Perka Woodland, have you seen that one? I forget the name, but there's that one subculture in South Africa that's just dudes who are like leather cowboys. And they look great, by the way, but also similar thing. Why are you wearing head-to-toe black leather in South Africa? What you doing? I don't know. Isn't that Nigeria? It could be. From work shift controller to night shift controller. Due to recent events, some security technicians will be serving both work shifts and night shifts. Affected guard units them. Until an effective treatment is found, or reinforcements are sent from Heimat, we'll all have to stay strong and do our best to keep the facility secure. Failure is not an option. P.S. Keep an eye on the administrator unit. Since the incident, he's been acting stranger than usual. Without the commander to keep him in check, we'll have to ask Calibri for help. Why are we consulting a hummingbirds shooting game from the Sega 32X? Yeah, you weren't expecting me to talk about Calibri today, were you? Yeah. No space to carry the West Wing key. Well, dang. Hello, tall lady. Are you my friend? You don't look like you belong here. You're an Ulster unit, right? This facility is currently on lockdown. You shouldn't be here. Well, I am. Hi. That's really, really interesting. Incidentally, because... never mind. I was gonna be like, hey, I can destroy ammunition? But not the picture. Oh, well, there you go. I'm thinking of Botswana, apparently. How wrong was I? Bearing in mind, geography is... it's my kryptonite. I don't know where things are. Just in general. And I would imagine I got that quite wrong. I was closely geographically. Okay, well, that's... that is a small victory. But I was still wrong. Oh, yeah, unlocks on the other side. Cool. That's still not the button. That's the button. Also, I promise I'm not going to keep doing this. And other lies I may wish to keep telling myself. But if you look at the map, the save logo is a 3x3 grid of red dots, which, come on. That's literally the cover art to Silent Hill 2. This game's great. I love that it does that. Hi! I should not have run. Why did I run? Oh, that's right, because I went the wrong way. Do you know what, Jaded Mew? You are dead right. It is a great time to save because I haven't for like half an hour. If I'm surely that's not right. I cannot be reading that stream time right. Well, whatever. No, I did. Thank you. And I appreciate there are a few ways for me to express gratitude like that don't sound like I'm just being wildly sarcastic. I am English, and Northern English, sarcasm is my default. But, like, I appreciate it. Don't know if you... Oh. Jaded Mew. What word do you mean? Is it Wordle? If that is so, why is Wordle blocked? It's Wordle for games. Okay. Is it Silent Hill 2? Am I going to look at it and I'm going to go, oh, Silent Hill 2? And just start gently caressing my monitor. What key did I, just get? West Wing. And that was down here, wasn't it? That's that one. I think. Let's find out. Because the other locked door's over here. Yeah, that unlocks on the other side. Guess the .game. Well, there you go, everyone. That is something to be checking out today. I'll just middle click one of those. Oh ho 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 ho! I think I might have a pretty good shot at guessing the daily game of the day. It's Silent Hill 2. I'm gonna write that down. As I do most of the time. Most of my free time is just sitting there with a typewriter, just Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill, just stacks and stacks of paper. Okay, so that's real interesting. Y'all can get back up. I'm not too keen on that. If infinite monkeys had infinite typewriters, one of them would create Silent Hill 2. Yes. I've seen that one. Somebody made like a random letter generator just to see if they could get any of the works of Shakespeare typed up by just randomly generating letters over and over again. And it looked like the most they got was a couple of words here and there, which is probably going to be like, and the, yet he, that sort of thing. It's still a really interesting thing to look at, even though it is infinitesimally small. Like, even if you get a couple that... You're looking through a window. Was that a stealth tutorial? I feel like that was a stealth tutorial. Hey, there's critical points on enemies. Maybe pay attention to that. Or I just got kind of lucky with it. Something protocol. Search protocol. Thanks, game. Protector controller on GTSTCR. Protector on GTSTAR. Worker Helen Song. Confiscated a watch and a ring. Political morals class. Arrested in ongoing investigation. Stolen radio. Original reason for transfer. Counter-revolutionary activist. Distributing flyers at university. Julia Huang was arrested on suspicion of bioresonance. Confiscated hydroxycarbamide pills have been sent to medical wing. Special supervision request has been forwarded to Colibri. Cosmetic box with butterfly inlay. Locked. Collapsed at the workplace from exhaustion. Bunk was searched before transfer to medical wing. Heinrich Fukuyama. Workplace mining operation A. Arrested on suspicion of conspiracy against the state. So this butterfly box we are about to go and open belongs to an enemy of the state. Well, yeah, the point is that it creates a non-zero chance of the works of Shakespeare happening. But at the same time, it's trying to comprehend the concept of infinity. You're not doing that. No one's doing that. I got in trouble in a college maths class for trying to apply mathematical rules to infinity, which, hey, if my lecturer's going to do it, I'm going to call him on it. Give me that glue gun. I want that. How's my health? Health is not super great. Let's use one of those. Let's just ignore that room. We don't need to go into that room anymore. There you go. We can go into room 101 over here. Frequencies. Ooh, I'm going to write this down. Moon, sun, scales, rook, tree, swad. Let's try that again, shall we? Apparently, I don't know how the number 8 looks, despite looking directly at it. That's 110. Rook is 145. Tree is 175. Sword is 240. Presumably, that will come important later. And that's going to be, like, confiscated files from the enemy of the state, I reckon. Yeah, interrogation. Look at that. We don't want none of that. You need to stop spawning directly on top of me, please, madam. Sir. Whatever the hell. Because, look at that. You've gone and undone my repair patch now. I needed that. But, I can go over here to evidence storage, and I can steal something from this butterfly box. A mysterious artifact is placed in the box. Picked up the Plate of Eternity. I'm back out here again. Did more like eternal darkness? Am I right? Yeah. Anyway, let's play Surface, one of the best levels in GoldenEye for finding out glitches and how the game works. There's a bit in that game where, specifically on Surface, the enemies' textures change color based on the surface they are studded. Oh, it's The Shining! I recognize you, the shining carpet! And you can tell this because, like, if the enemies run across the helipad, they will turn yellow as they cross the big H. And, like, that's really cool and super cheap. That's how the Arctic camo works in GoldenEye on N64. Surely this has to be, like, a public domain texture at this point, right? Because it's like, it's the shining carpet. Everyone knows what the shining carpet looks like. To Radio Officer Young, Station 6. Dear Iris, I hope you and Ariane are both well. She's just like, what's it who showed up in the chat? I hope you and Ariane are both well. I've spoken to the officials at Aeon, and they agreed that it would be best for Ariane to attend school in Sector C. I have a spare room she can stay in until she graduates. I know you two are inseparable, but we both know it is for the best for your daughter if she receives a normal education in the city. Love, your sister, Camilla. You tell me I cannot interact with that one. Okay. My favorite, ration. Although, to be fair, this does seem like the kind of dystopian hellscape facility that's just going to serve you, like, just a box labeled food. I found the pan. Oh, yeah, I tried to pick up the pan. It wouldn't let me. Oh. Oh! If this is to be used now, what I think is, I'm supposed to be looking at my list of frequencies down here, and I'm supposed to go moon into the speaker, and then that will let me in. But I don't have frequency 160. What is that frequency, Kenneth? Oh, that's clever. That's based on footsteps. Right, what are you showing? What are you showing there, computer? Is that textures? That looks like textures from the game. Yeah, that looks like textures. How about that? REM64 Long Wave Radio Receiver Module. User Manual. The REM64 Long Wave Radio Receiver Module allows a replica unit to directly receive and process LF/AM radio transmissions in the range of 50 to 250 kHz. The REM64 module is installed in the module slot behind the left ear of Generation 5 replicas. To access the module's functionality, open the inventory screen and do that. Radio, so far left. When the receiver is on, the frequency indicator will light up red and the spectrogram bars will begin to move. When tuned to a station, the carrier signal will ignite. And tune to a station transmitting a data stream that will ignite. Transmitted data will be displayed in the transcription field at the bottom of the screen. This feels like this is going to be a whole new way of messing with the player. Like, this is going to be... I install this radio chip. Is it installed? Oh, no, there you go. Yeah, I install this here radio chip, and the game is just going to be like, yep, we're just going to mess with you now. However, I appear to have gotten this the wrong way around. I thought I would have to set this... I would have to, like, learn the code word for frequency 160. But this is frequency 160. Hey, hey! Check that out! That is not a number I am going to be writing down. But... hey, there you go! Look at that! Also, I'm still mostly dead. I need to get back and save someplace. Something is no use. So what have we got? Moon was 055. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. I did mean that. Thank you very much. Oh, it won't let me do it. Codec frequency 140.15. That's how you speak to Meryl in the metal. That's the one on the back of the box. I don't currently have the box in front of me, so I couldn't check it. Thanks, Google. Clearly that game was created in a pre-internet world. Is that just going to repeat over and over again? 204512 is Moon. And then Sun was... over there. And 1565. I mean, I think Shaded Mew, it's possibly... excuse me. They may have just taken it out because if you don't need to, it's just a silly, useless command, I suppose. 97019. This is something I used to do when I was younger, incidentally. I was that nerd. Yeah. Where I had a radio transmitter, but not like one of your amateur ones. It's just low power little thing my parents got for me at this one point. And I spent ages doing this, just tuning back and forth, like, oh, this is kind of whiny. Let's see if we can switch to AM to FM to see if we can jack in and find some weird broadcast I'm not supposed to hear. And it never worked. closest you'd get was the local taxi driver company. What a letdown. Alright, what was the other one? Sword is 240. And you are you. Man, I have got so many codes written down here. And... hey, wait a second. 204512 is the default safe combination. Like the transmission, all... sorry, I'm going to have to go back down here. All the way down here, Moon, on 55 hertz, that's broadcasting 204512. And that's the other note that I have over here, that is the default safe combination from the very first puzzle we solved. That's kind of interesting. Do any of these other ones match up? Let's find out. So, no. 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 Because the first radio station we found, the number station, that told us that we got 4 combinations from that before it started reciting the poem. Or the text, I should say. And yeah. I swear to God, if this room was populated now. Alright then. I'm going to put you down. I'm going to pull out you. I really don't want to use that. Medium amount of health instantly. Large amount of health over time. Medium instantly. Oh my God, I'm still in the yellow. I am very close to death. I don't like this. That's terrifying. That's also interesting. The first place where we were at has a redacted name. Very interesting game. So, my next thought... yeah, wall safe. Amazing! So, the way I got to this one's got a picture of a tree on the safe, and tree frequency is 175, which broadcasts 95591. That key opened the safe, and inside we have... one of those. An identification card. Aufseher. That word... oh yeah, look at that. There is Hangul over here. Good shout, Mew. Right. Easiest way to lift. It's going to be through here, but you have an enemy in you. You have an enemy right in front of you. That is something I am slightly less keen on. Oh, actually... I'll say a supervisor. Okay. Okay. You see, I interpreted it as overseer because that is what Aufseher mean, like, individually. So, yeah, you see? You see? I did German for my A levels, and I remember very little about it. Because I'm sure I've told this before. My high school experience was they went, right, Andy, you are going to do French in high school. You are in the group red, and you're going to do the French. And then when it came to doing my A levels after 3 years of studying French, they went, did I say French? Because I meant German. Strap in. So that's how that went. Oh, that's kind of clever, actually. It. Oh, that is clever, actually. So I thought that this was a destination. We weren't allowed to know what it is. But actually, we are allowed to know what destination that is. That is that is the school area. But like the word has been redacted, so we're not allowed to talk about it. Do you guys do two languages for like 3 years of schooling? So, in England, or at least my experience, because I moved around a lot. We don't talk about it too much. Um, I studied different languages from the age of 5 to 16. But what those languages, I saw that. But what those languages were differed. So when I was 8, there was a bit of Latin. Yeah, get that. And we also studied French, a little bit of Spanish, German, and can I leave? I can just leave. Uh, but yeah, at the very least, you have to do at least one language during high school, which in England is 11 to 16, or 10 to 16. And generally speaking, it's gonna be French or German. Well, you see, here's the thing, Rickstras. England is very much up its own ass. And I'm gonna get this cool toy shotgun. And the way it goes in England is like, you can just speak to me in my language, thanks. And if you don't, I can just speak to you like this and you will understand me. And that's generally how England goes. So, very little drive or impulse to learn other languages. But apparently, I did really, really well with German. Like, it was one of my highest graded GCSEs. And my teacher genuinely, oh, we're going to play the dinosaur browser game. Let's go. Genuinely complimented my speech, said that like I sound like a native when I put my mind to it, rather than just reading off a sheet. No, the word is not incorrect, just broken. Like that one didn't count as well because there was a Japanese R in the end of there. So yeah. Friend of mine did very well in his German GCSEs because he got slightly drunk before going in. And he said, "Oh, it's because it relaxed me a little bit." And we think it's because he slurred a little bit. Am I? I'm not going to touch that. That looks like building a gun. I can see various objects laid out into the X-ray apparatus behind the glass. Oh yeah, X-ray gun. Let's go fight some Chozo ghosts. There's a gun in there, and there's 3 bullets. Her school English Afrikaans and the African language predominant in the area. Do you know what? That's pretty cool, actually. It is a little bit disappointing to me that there is an actual hand in that glove. Okay. It's a little disappointing to me that I did grow up in a culture where I can just speak English and get away with that. And I would very much like to be able to speak 2 languages to a passable degree. Best I can do is, like I mentioned, I speak enough Japanese to be like, get by as a tourist. That is... Irashaimase, everybody! Lol Nins is raiding with some friends. Hi! Thank you very much for coming on in. I'm CPC Gamer. You're playing some Elden Ring. Good shout, because... wouldn't you know it, friend of channel Moo was also playing that game with a particularly talented individual. I don't even know. I know exactly, because I was watching. Thank you for coming on in and bringing a community this way. We appreciate that very much. Yeah, CPC Gamer, variety streamer, and on Mondays we play horror games, which is what we're doing right here with Signalis. And as a brief prelude, you're gonna hear me go, hey, this is like Silent Hill 2 a lot. So if you like Silent Hill 2, hey, this is like Silent Hill 2 a lot. We did no such thing, Empirical Woodland. I was... Streamlabs is like, shut up! Stop talking about the best game ever made. We know. I was on a night shift yesterday. At my stream time, I was at work. And it was a garbage day shift as well. Let me tell you why. Because, oh, look at those shotgun rounds. That looks like a videotape box. Love it. Detective Heartache is also here. Hi. You're great too. My shift yesterday went from 8 till 12 to 8 till when the workmen are done to 8 until you are done to 8 till 8. Why was it 8 till 8? It didn't need to be. And then, so that's why I wasn't streaming yesterday. I was at work the entire time. And then I came home and slept. Bonus, landlord didn't do any work on the flat this week, much like every other week. So I got 3 hours of sleep. And that's double. Bye, Reese. Thank you very much for stopping by. We'll catch up again soon. And more Overwatch at some point. Because why not? That's a good game. Good fun game with friends. So the fact that those closer-looking guys were able to just rip themselves out of the floor, I don't like that. Because, oh, that's great. Look at those shadows. I don't like that, because that means that nowhere is safe. There's no enemies in a room. Parentheses, currently. And that's how you know. Sword. Ooh, I know this password, I think. 73484. Can I unlock that? No. No, I can't. Because that would make sword Z B H question marks and then H again. Yeah, good little insight into the solution to that there puzzle. I wonder if the shotgun necessarily needs to be aimed as hard as the pistol. Because, you know, shotguns. You're not really supposed to aim with those to any degree of frequency. You just point and click. In a manner of speaking. To all medical wing ARAs. ARAs? The automatic equalizer pumps in the flood drainage system still appear to be broken, causing the lower level to be flooded. Since we're currently focusing repair efforts on the east wing staircase structure, the drainage system pressure has to be manually equalized from the control panel in the pump control room for now. I didn't know if it meant area, but yeah, ara. Love a bit of that. To drain the water, make sure that both A and B tanks have the same amount of water, and that C tank is completely empty. You can see the water levels in the tanks on the control panel. Press the buttons at the bottom to move water between the tanks using the air pressure system. It's a bit tricky to get the two tanks equalized in this way, because you can only move all the water in a tank at once this way, unless the receiving tank is full. With the pumps out of order, only tank A will fill up by itself. Is this going to be that bucket puzzle? This looks like it might be that bucket puzzle. With tank A full, here's how to equalize the reservoir. First fill tank B. Yeah, that might. Aw, Empirical Woodland, why? Why would you say these mean things to me? Fill B. Fill C from B. C to A. B to C. A to B. I mean, to be fair, you can just look at the picture, which shows you how to do it. Then fill B to C, C to A. If you make a mistake, just fill everything back into tank A and start over. Okay, I have explicit instructions for how to do this. Let's see if I can get it right. No. Oh, there you go. B into A. There you go. So fill that with that. And then put that over there. And then like that. That's not quite that bucket puzzle, but it's kind of that bucket puzzle. You know the one I mean? Like this bucket only holds 5 and this one holds 3. How do you even them out? Oh, whatever it is. Aw, hey, Rickstress. You were looking to me for Japanese translation. Mizu. Water. Ooh, and a stun rod. But I can't carry anymore. Dang. I am led to believe you are scientifically provable, as are most things. Give me that water key. Quickly, find a warm place for it. Not there, Snake. Unless... Live and let live, that's what I say. Cannot pick up the examination room key. Okay. Alright. Humor me, game. No, that appears to be the same. Ooh, there's 2 there. Good to know. Let's you get those so I can get the last one. There we go. And one of those. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to continue without saving. Oh, that's great! More games should do that. Oh, I just like how Doom called you out when you quit. That's really good. That was a super smart thing to do in ankle-deep water. But yeah, that does appear to be a quick instant kill, or at least an instant knockdown. You still have to get the kill. No space to carry a blank key. Did I put that picture back in the box? I don't remember. Probably should have done if I didn't. Oh, I didn't. I just need to store something. Let's put you away. I'm not using you. Caption. CPC Gamer immediately regrets this decision. Might recommend trying to go without the tools or the healing for general use. Otherwise, the space is a real problem. Okay. I mean, to be fair, healing hasn't strictly been a concern. Like, obviously, I've been using healing items. Left and right. Your rank is pig. But I don't need a shotgun or healing items. Everything's fine. Or my stun sticks. I don't need those. Everything's fine. I was gonna read this form. Date and time of incident. All the time! Descriptor. Elf keeps using my wrench and misplacing the 10mm socket. I have been reprimanded for not repairing the fan in the vent in the lower level, but I can't remove the vent cover without a 10mm wrench socket. I know she's doing it on purpose. It's always the 10mm wrench socket. That's the joke. Okay. I'm gonna get a revolver. I think. Not talking to you. Is that a thing? That's a thing. Can't carry that. Or a videotape. Noise. Game trying to trip me up with a magnum ammo. Can't even use it. Why did I pick it up? Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go and grab that repair patch, and I'm going to slap it on. And then I'm going to grab that videotape, and then that's the examination room key. There you go. And then we are just going to piece out of this room. No space? What about my healing patch? Well, Empirical Woodland, this is something I'm thinking about right now, actually. And that is, why, oh why would we follow that rule? Like, we've been told, oh, you can only carry 6 things at a time. That's the law. I'm just a robot. Why am I following that law? Well, this says to me that maybe my character belongs here or is from here, especially when you consider that we found posters with what is essentially me on them. And we found other replica units which appear to be me. And that's what I think that's about. I think the game's building up to the whole "it was you all along" thing. But at the same time, how many times have I, like, pointed to the stands and declared myself to be doing this, only to find out that, nah, actually, you're kind of wrong with that. That's not what we're doing right now. I'm sorry, Mew, you only got the what? Are we gonna get a fission mailed? And I'm gonna go, GG's, everybody. Here's my final thoughts. And then, actually, that's when the real Dark Souls begins. All along. Ah ha 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 ha. Right. What I think we need to do is blank key. And then we put the blank key in the blank key copier maker machine. Oh, dang, I forgot to write. Okay. I think I know what the pattern is. Because if we go to this room, I think it was this one. Yeah, this one. If we look at this one, see, look at that. That is a key. Oh, it's got the classic Doom shape to it as well. That's a key card. And we draw that little line there, so I know which end is up. Because I didn't. And then whatever that's going to be is what it's going to be. I can appreciate a game that does a fake ending if it is quickly or obviously a fake ending. Like, you know, Donkey Kong Country did that one, where... Okay. Oh, okay, so we can only draw it like that. So I actually got that wrong. So, start here. Define pattern. We go 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's awful. Is that it? I think that's it. I'm going to say yes. and hope that I haven't just broken everything. But yeah, when a game like Fission Mailed, or Stay Tuned for Eternal Darkness 2, I like when a game does that and you go, hey, what the? That's fine. But it's when you get, like, I don't know, Nier Automata, and how many endings does that game have? Yes. Since the ration plan has changed again, we're short on quick curing repair spray. Turns out we can make our own by combining coagulant decay with normal expanding PU foam. It won't expand as much, but it'll harden instantly and make a fairly solid bond if you're in a rush to get some repairs done. You can use normal replica repair patches, since they're a pretty easy source of coagulant K, and just combine them with normal repair sprays. That's red greens, isn't it? I think it is. Ooh, do you know what else we can do? We can go this way. And we can put that wrench back together. Which also tells me that I can potentially go downstairs. Oh, don't do that. We can potentially go downstairs and take the... what's it apart? We can take that fan apart. Whether we can get in there, I don't know. But I feel like that might be the next step of the puzzle chain. Alright, where's the next thing? Over here. This room has got floor tiles where the guys come out, so maybe let's not stick around. It's locked. That needs an incinerator key. So what was that other key that I picked up? A fine question. I'm reminded of, there was a streamer who I enjoy watching him, and they were doing Nier Automata, and they got the ending like the first one, where the game goes, it's the end, but actually no, it's not, and then you get booted back to the start of the game. And chat was like, yeah, that's the point. You would have to, you got to play through the game again. That's the point. That's the story. And the streamer went, nah. Nah, I've done it once. I get it. And stopped. And played something else instead. Like, I appreciate that degree of just not caring about a game's gimmick. Well, it's not even that. Like, you play through the game again, and that's not even the actual ending. Man, you have to keep going with that nonsense. No. If I need it, I'll come back and I'll get it. But right now, that's still the wrong button. I've only been playing this game for 2.5 hours. That's not the right button. Oh, what was the game where I did that? I forget. There was some game that did that, and it's like... Oh, I might be thinking of Chrono Cross, actually. Ooh. Give me that. Air key. Get your ass to Mars. I kind of did something like that with Chrono Cross. It wasn't refusing to play through the game several times. It was... That does completely broken. I got to the end of Disc 1. And because I'm playing on a PS2, you can't swap discs on the PS1. And for whatever reason, Square didn't put a bootloader on it. So you have to swap discs. And then the game's like, oh, well, I guess you just can't progress to disc 2. And I went, okay, cool, I don't care. And like that was the point I realized that I no longer cared about Chrono Cross. I don't know who any of these characters are, where they are from, what is their motivation. I don't care. What am I doing? I want to go play something good. And I did. And I had fun with it. What a concept. Is that a door? Oh yeah, it is a door. But I couldn't go through it. Unless... Well, no. There's... Like, I have a hexagonal plate. And my thought was, you know, put it here. But there doesn't appear to be any slot for it. So... Oh, wait a second. No. I am thinking of the wrong thing. Okay, nearest save point. I feel like this should be something I can examine as well. That's really obviously examinable. Game says no. Gotta say, not a fan of that. If you go down, you stay down, you do not get back up. Thanks. Can I easily get through there? No. Although I feel like I'm going to have to, aren't I? Because this room also has an enemy in it. And I can't easily sneak past it. Unless I can. Right. Water key. Okay, that's pretty nifty. I thought it might be something like that. Ah. So, I feel like I made a mistake with that one then. Like, that is supposed to be that key. And... Oh, that's a nice touch as well. Look at that. It's actually reflected on the screen what keys I've put in. Alright, where's that key cutting machine? Well, that's fine. I didn't want to go through that southern door anyway. I'm going this way. Although I do really need to check out the that X-ray thing again, because I'm certain that is the solution to this puzzle, but also so, right, hang on. Let me do this so I'm not just saying it aloud. So, starting node. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I bet you that's what I've done wrong. I didn't know I could double back on myself. If in fact I can. So let's go give that a go. Kingdom Hearts may have been one of the games where I gave up after the first one. I got to the end, and I finished it, and the ending was garbage, and then I would have thought that it would be enough to just go, the adventure continues, and then, like, that's the end. But no, you gotta keep playing it. So, that looks a lot more like it. Here we go. My heart was in the right place. Brainwave patterns, less so. Oh, that's pretty clever as well. Like, because I'm injured, look at this target waiver. I mean, I'm presuming injured. That's not scared if I am Robert. Could be. Hello, Reese. How's it going? You can watch this in bed if you like. We've got like 20 minutes left to explore and find out what's going on. Patient EULRS2321. Patient complained about severe nausea and headaches. Admitted to hospital wing after vomiting oxygen fluid during work. Clinical picture in line with other recent cases among Protector staff. While we still have no identification what causes this syndrome, we've observed similar developments in all patients. Most puzzlingly, development of the syndrome seems to progress similarly in both replica and Gestalt patients. Initial admission tests showed hypotension, high fever and dehydration, internal hemorrhaging. Strong cognitive decline within the first cycle, alopecia, and purpura. I don't know what that last word is. Alopecia, I do know. That is hair loss. Within 5 cycles, skin will begin to peel in large patches. Decline of vision quality and ability to communicate may follow. Gestalt patients will usually expire at this stage due to infections, while results for replica patients seem to vary. Ah, there you go. Purpura is purple-colored spots on patches that occur on the skin and in mucous membranes, including the lining of the mouth. Sounds very similar to something you would see with meningitis. Oh, I'm not going to take that stun stick. Not right now. Excuse me, I'm just going to read this note. I'll get to you, ma'am. It has come to my attention that at least one worker might be aware of the code broadcasting frequencies for the protector wall safes. Any workers connected to this leak are to be oh, we've done that one. Everyone's turned weird. I'm the only one left, I think. Will I get sick like the others too? I've just had a terrible thought. But I'm not going to try it. Without saving first. Can I have a save box? That'd be great. Is any of this, like, stuff? Are you stuff? Oh, that's a lot of ammunition. Oh, I really want that ammunition. That was not ammunition. That was a repair patch. What about you? Yeah. Oh, yeah, give me all that good stuff. This room was worth coming into. Okay. Okay. So. Oh, and I will bet you, dearest chat members, that if we were to go and look at that VHS tape, there's going to be a clue on there as to what the next step in the procedure is. Let's get rid of all of you. Don't need you right now. So yeah, if I get you... there will be some clue that tells me what we're doing. Also, random thought, it's kind of obvious that somebody knows we are here, or something knows that we are here. The cameras in every single room are following us around. But it seems to me that nothing is being done to stop us. So either they are unable or unwilling to do that. Oh, hi! I am in control. At least that's what the game would like for me to think. That's a really good trick, and I always appreciate when games do it. Or movies or stuff, is like, we're just gonna flicker a light and obfuscate something and it's gonna vanish or appear. Also, something's just spawned in behind you. Don't stand there. Well, can I leave? Man, this is a boring video cassette. There's no answers. Oh, but there is. Gold key. Okay. I'm going to guess that the fire key is found in the what's it? Incinerator. Seems to make sense. I forgot to ask this. My T had a question. What is a sunset that you will never forget? Picture this. I am in Japan. I'm on Miyajima, the Deer Island, and I'm in my hotel room, and I'm getting ready for one of the best nights of sleep I will ever have. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with that puzzle. And I get a message from my boss saying, "Hey, dude, someone's called in sick tomorrow. You want to cover that one?" And I just sent them a picture of the view of the sunset outside my window. Like, it was a beautiful sunset anyway. But the fact that I essentially told off my boss for trying to call me in while I'm on holiday, and I just not even verbally responding, just that's one of my favorite sunsets. Okay, so what am I doing wrong? 4 and 5. So, like that, like that, like that. Can I rotate it around a little bit? I believe I can. Nope. Like that. And see, this is why I wanted to check where that little notch is. Because, like, that could start at either side of that board. And I wanted to make sure that I got it right. Which is, I feel like I'm on the right track here. Yes? Like, that is a key card to... Unless... Something glitched down there. You guys are glitching out. Stop it. No. Alright. I thought maybe the key I had just programmed was the incinerator key. And, like, the classic misdirect. Someone made a mod to let you play this first person or third person over the shoulder. It's still quite good. I was wondering what this game, like, physically is. Because if it was, like, sprites, it looks like Another World. And that kind of Eric Chahi cinematic doodad. But then there's, like, this. This is 3D, just really low res. And then it's got dynamic shadows, which is low key. and over the shoulder. And that's wrong. And it looks to be 3D. You're talking about over the shoulder. Man, get it right. I have programmed this upside down. Oops. Because if you look at the note that I have made on my little card here, I drew the triangle on that side, but that's not where that is. So that would mean that we start off here. And then... Wow, I'm having a hard time passing that into the correct shape because my brain is having none of it. And then like that. And then like that, that. Is that correct? That appears correct. Nope. Just take that card. Do I have that card? Okay. So, I'm going to go to the reception area, and I'm going to see if that works. And let's see what happens. It is pretty cool when they do... Like, when a game has a low-res look and it kind of owns it, and I'm lost. Other side. I'm thinking of a game called Dementium on the DS, the standard Nintendo DS, which looks like Doom. Hey! I solved the puzzle. Now, F. Given where we have found the other items, the fire key is going to be in the incinerator room. How do I do that? I don't know. I think I'm going to make a rush to the save point, unless anything immediately jumps out at me as going like, hey, you should go over here. And it kind of doesn't, because I appear to have collected everything that I can collect. And I have gone to every room that I can go to. At least immediately. Like, there's a couple that I'm seeing as missing over here. But I don't know. Is the game going to do that? Is it going to make me go to a previous floor? Because everything's been self-contained so far. I get the feeling I'm just missing something. Will you stop? Like, actually, will you stop doing that? You are removing every urge I have to... You too. Every urge I have to go fight you. Have I come back up after dropping down to the flooded area? I've come back up to this floor, but not to... I've not gone any higher than that. So, from the sounds of it, that's going to be my next goal. Well, the elevator doesn't work. So that's all you have. Then I am unsure, because that's my radio. Because, like, if you look at it, I have been to every room that I can go to, with the exception of the incinerator. So I either need to find a key, or work out how to get the key. There is that sword clue, which I'm not fully able to decode right now. So... something to think about, I guess. You sure you can't? I'm fairly sure. So, sword. So, we have got the code 73484 by tuning into the sword frequency. We can work out what most of those numbers are. So we've got like 7, 3, 4, 8, 4. I don't know what that is. And that's the bit that's tripping me up by going, what could it be? And it doesn't appear to be anything like, you know, look at the board. If you're missing just one number, I mean, I can figure it out if I'm presented with a place to use this cipher, but I don't, to my knowledge, have a place to use that cipher. Yeah, like I've got 4 of the 5 letters and 5 of the 5 numbers. I just don't have a place to use it yet, at least that I have seen. And the game's been pretty good for filling in, like, filling in the blanks. Like, when you enter a room, it will say, this room contains such and such. So what we'll do, we will think on it, and we will come back to it. Meantime, having saved my game, nothing I do matters right now, so I'm going to go, and I'm going to sneak past you. Don't care. And I'm going to go to a room of some sort. Which room was it? Is it the nurse station? I think it was. Because when I said I had a thought, I had a terrible thought, and I don't know that I really want to act on it. Nope. Game's doing that thing where you can't shoot plot-important characters. Good to know. That could have gone horribly wrong. Wait a minute. Putting my hands on my hips and giving the game a sneaky sideways glance. How dare you? I not look at the room that I was in. Right, so that's going to be you, 243. Hey, does it sound again? the your signal could not be connected sound. So my plan is we're not going to finish this puzzle chain right now, because I don't know. I suspect there may be another little something coming up. That was really bad. So, there's only so many things that this can be. So 1 H something H. Well, the other thing we can try is 8, 4, 5, 7, 3, 4. That's not 7 at all. Andy, you know what numbers are. Well, that's not it at all. So, what we might do... Yeah, that would be right, because all the other ones have started at like 7. Like, this is 1, 2, 3, and all of that. So, if... what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, I'll have to think about that, and we'll see what the answer is, and we'll come back to that next time. Hopefully, I remember what the answer is when I come back to that next time, okay? Okay. There you go. Here's my ending screen. We're gonna go raid someone. Who are we gonna go raid? I don't know. Yeah, I do. It's gonna be your buddy Soup, because oh golly, we do love them. Thank you for Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you very much also for the subscriptions. As always, not at all necessary, but very much appreciated. We've hit 5, which means we're gonna get some new animated emotes. Yeah! Go check out the Discord, where we're gonna discuss what that is. Meantime, we're gonna go raid Soup. Do come back tomorrow, slightly later stream, 7 o'clock. We're gonna do Lost Words Beyond the Page, I think it is called. Another Empirical Woodland recommended game. Cool. So until next time, goodbye.